Hi, I'm Nina and welcome to another chair yoga video. I'm calling today's sequence Smoothing Out the Rough Edges. And how will we do that? With the breath, of course. So grab your chair and let's get started. We'll come to our chair and we'll sit comfortably, connecting our feet to the floor, either directly or by using a prop like a block. And slightly scooch back into the chair, but not resting against the back. Turn your palms up or down in your lap, whatever feels comfortable. And just notice your breath. Take a few breaths. Notice what it feels like. What's that breath like? Is it smooth? Is it ragged? Is this the first time all day you've even checked in with it? And then take a moment to notice any sensations you may be feeling in the body. Sensations in hands or feet, in the arms, the legs, the torso. Just noticing. And then go back to the breath. Slow it down a little bit, even it out. And then we'll stack those palms at heart center and take a moment to set an intention for this practice. It might even be the word smooth or anything else that's important to you today. And then we'll release those hands back down to the lap. Let's take a circle with those shoulders. And then we'll move to the edge of the chair, connecting our feet to the floor. So I've moved that block out of the way. My feet are really firmly on the floor now, and my sitting bones firmly on the chair. But I'm closer to the edge of the chair, and I'm sitting up tall, finding all of that length in my spine. And we'll do a little bit of cat and cow. So let's inhale, fill up, and as we exhale, we'll round the spine, drop the chin, let those shoulder blades separate. Inhale, push into the feet, lengthen the spine. Perhaps lift the sternum, lift the chin and the gaze, and exhale, round. Moving like this, bringing some nice smooth motion into the spine. The body likes smooth movements. It allows us to calm down. Let's do 2 more breaths like that. And then just come back to that nice tall spine. Let the shoulders come down from the ears. And we'll release those hands down alongside the body now. So this next sequence, we're going to inhale. I'm going to take my left arm up, turn my head to the right. Nice smooth movement with the neck. And as I exhale, the arm comes down, head comes back to neutral. And then I'm going to go the other way. So inhaling, right arm up, turn head to look left. And exhale, float the arm down, bring the head back to neutral. So that's going to be the sequence. Now we want to move smoothly with the body and smoothly with the breath. Let's give that a try. Finding that connection to the earth. Feet on the floor, sitting bones on the chair. Pushing into the feet and the sitting bones to lengthen the spine. Arms are down alongside the body. Let's exhale. And when we inhale, we'll take left arm up, turn head to the right. And as we exhale, we'll float the arm down, bring head back to center. Other side. do that again. And we're only turning the head as far as is comfortable. We're not forcing, just exploring. And you can keep your eyes open if you like, getting all that information about where you are in space. Or if it feels better to you to close the eyes, that's an option as well. Now we'll do one more round each side. Left arm lifts, turning head right. And then just rest the hands in your lap. Check in with sensation in the neck and the shoulders. Notice how that feels. And if you want to take a circle or two with the shoulders, go ahead. Let's continue to work with lengthening the spine and smoothing out the breath. We'll reach our arms down alongside the body. And as we inhale, we're going to reach those arms forward and up. Now, you might be going all the way up to this V with these long, straight arms. Terrific. Or you might decide to take it to a cactus arm. Also terrific. And the exhale will float the arms back down. So let's try that. Sitting up tall, let the inhale lift the arms. And as we exhale, we'll float them back down, smoothing out the breath, smoothing out the movement. And let the breath and the movement last exactly the same amount of time if we can. So the inhale takes those arms up, and they don't get to the very top till we're at the top of our inhale. And then as we exhale, arms come down, floating all the way down on that exhale. One more just like that. And then pause. Take a breath to check in. We're going to add a side body stretch now when we get to the top. So let's release our arms down, push into the feet. Inhale, reach up. Let's stay up. Soften the shoulders, whether you're here or here. We want those shoulders soft. And now we'll take an inhale. Get longer in the torso. Think up and over. I'm leaning to my right now. Left sitting bone is on the chair. I'm reaching out through left fingertips like I have an imaginary beach ball between my palms. Keep breathing. Next inhale, come back to center. Soften the shoulders. Take an inhale, get tall. Think up and over, leaning to your left. Imagine you've got a beach ball between those palms. Right sitting bone is firmly on that chair, so we're really just stretching into the side body. On your next inhale, come back to center. Let those arms come down, rest in the lap. Pause and check in. Notice sensation in the shoulders now. How's the breath? Can we bring it back to smoothness? Okay, let's try that again. Let's inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, soften shoulders. Inhale, get longer. Think up and over, leaning to your right. Come on back to center. Lean to the left. Return to center. Float those arms back down to the lap. Take a circle with those shoulders. And now we'll add in a little bit of a twist. So arms down. We'll inhale, reach the arms up. And this time as we exhale, we'll twist to the right. Again, just going as far as we can, using those muscles of the core. Inhale back to center. And exhale, go in the other direction. Return. Twisting to your right. And return. Twist to your left. Let's do one more twist in each direction. See if you can even out that breath, even though we're holding those arms up and overhead. And then float those arms back down to your lap. Take a circle or two with those shoulders. Check in with how all of that feels. So noticing really head, neck, shoulders, that upper back, the upper arm, all the way out to the fingertips actually. How does everything feel? And then we're going to make our way to standing. Once we come to standing, we pick up that block, put it on our chair just to keep the floor space clear. Now we can keep that chair close by if we need help with balance. We also have this wall not too far behind us if we need that as well. I'm keeping my chair up to the side just so that you can see me better, but I'll remind you different ways that you could use the chair to help with balance. But let's first come to our mountain pose. Feet are parallel, crown of the head is reaching for the ceiling, and feel the strength in those legs. Feel that the legs are pushing down even as the crown of the head reaches for the ceiling. Let the shoulders be soft. And now let's take that V again. So we're going to inhale, reach those arms forward and up. Whatever up means today. It might be these really straight arms, or it might be the arms with the soft elbow. It's all good. Coming back to that shape. And then the next time that you exhale, whenever that may be, let's float the arms back down. So let's do that. Let's do 3 breaths like that. Smooth and even breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Allowing the motion and the breath to be tied together. Nice long spine. Feel the connection of the feet to the earth. And then just pause and check in. Now, we're going to add in that side body stretch. We did this seated. Let's see what it's like standing. So let's inhale, reach those arms up, and exhale, soften the shoulders away from the ears. So we'll stay here. We're going to think about lengthening because we're going to do that up and over. We'll lean, I'm going to lean to my left first. So let's think about up and over, and then lean over to the left. Push down into the right foot. Come back to center. Imagine you've got a beach ball between those palms. Think up and over to the right. And return. Think up. Exhale. Over to the left. Inhale to center. Go to the right. Come on back to center. And we'll float those arms down, let the shoulders soften. How's the breath? Okay. So we're going to add in a little balance challenge here. Now you can bring that chair in front of you. So the chair would be right in front of you. You can hold on to it, or you can come back so that the wall could support you as well. I'm about 1 inch from the wall so that if I were to fall, boom, the wall's got my back. That's a nice thing. Okay, let's take our arms up. Take that inhale here. Get tall. So when I say get tall, I'm talking about through the crown of the head. It has nothing to do with your hands and your shoulders going up to your ears. This is where we want to find that length. Take an inhale here. As we exhale, let's lean over. I'm leaning to my left. And maybe pick up the toes of the right foot. So I'm just lifting the toes. Push down into the heel. And then come back to center. Heel goes, or foot goes down. Try it for the other side. Finding the length. Think up and over in the other direction. Perhaps lift up the toes of that left foot, keeping left heel down, pushing down through the left heel, reaching out through left fingertips. And then put the foot down, bring the hands back to center. Float those arms down. Come back to smooth breath. And maybe do a little wiggle and a little jiggle. Notice how things feel, because now we're going to try to come into a one-legged balance pose. Let's give it a try. Let's reach the arms up, find that length, and then we're going to think up and over. And maybe I just pick my foot up off the floor a fraction of an inch. Or maybe I reach it out. Now, if I have that chair in front of me, I can use that opposite hand as leg to help support me. Reaching out through the heel, reaching out through the fingertips, so that whole side body getting very long. Now, if that foot is still on the floor, that side body still has that opportunity to get long. Breathing here. Whether we have 1 foot or 2 whole feet on the floor, side body stretch. And then bring the foot down, bring the toes down, everything comes back down, the arms go back up. Let's float those arms down. Pause and check in and notice the difference between the sides. Notice how this side has a little bit more space in it, perhaps. And then we'll do the other side. So let's inhale, reach the arms up. Think about that, up and over. I'm leaning to my right. And then I might pick up my left foot. It's still right next to the floor. So if I start to lose balance, I can put it right back down. I can use that right hand to the back of my chair to help support me. Or I might decide I want to lift up that leg, reaching out through the heel and out through the fingertips. Breathing into that left side body. So it's a stretch of the left side body, wherever you put that leg. It doesn't matter. Continue to breathe here. Come back to the smooth breath if you can. And then bring the foot down. Let the arms go up. Soften the elbows. Float the arms down. Come back to a smooth breath. And check in with how that feels. So when we do all of this stretching into the side body, we're stretching those secondary muscles of respiration, right? Maybe it becomes a little bit easier to get that big smooth breath in. Okay, now we're going to move to a warrior one. I'm going to take my left foot forward, right foot back, and come into my warrior one. Now, as a reminder, in our warrior one, our feet are as if on skis, not a balance beam. The back heel is down. My front knee is bent over my front ankle. Once I've found this pose, and that chair can be in front of us. You know, we can hold on to it if we need to. We can come back to our V. Again, if we need balance, let's keep one hand on the back of the chair. So in this case, the leg that's forward, that's the hand I'd put on the chair. Find that length in the spine, just as we've been doing. And I'd like us to think that same up and over, leaning to the left. So the left foot is forward. Left hand might be supporting you on the chair. And we're breathing into the right side of the body here. Come back to your smooth and even breath. And then we'll come back to center. Float the arms down. Step your back foot forward. Pause and check in, noticing the length in the side body. Noticing how the breath is right now. Can we smooth it out? And then we'll set up for the other side. So now we've got right foot forward, left foot back, front knee over front ankle. You see how I use the wall there to help support me. Always a nice idea for support. Back heel is down, my hips are pretty level. If I want the support of the chair, I'm going to put my right hand on the back of the chair. Right knee forward, right hand on the chair. That's how we'll do it. And then we'll take those arms up into that V or cactus shape. Push down into the back heel, get tall through the crown of the head. Think up and over to your right. Breathing here, perhaps with the palms holding an imaginary beach ball. Perhaps with your right hand on the back of the chair, or you could even drop that right hand down alongside the body. And then we'll come back to center, straightening out the spine. Float the arms down, step that back foot forward. Pause and check in. Have we evened out the side body? Now, let's use our chair. Let's take a little fold here on our chair. I'm going to fold to the seat of my chair, just standing in front of my chair. Take an inhale here, get as long and tall as you can, and then soften into the knees. Bring the hands down to the seat of the chair. Now we can keep this long spine here, arms long, or if everything feels okay for you, you can stack the forearms on the chair, rest the forehead on the back of the forearms. But you see that my knees are very soft here. I'm not hyperextending them, I'm not overstretching, just a soft forward fold. And then wherever we are, we'll all bring our palms back to the seat of the chair. Bring one hand to each thigh, and then come up to standing. Okay, and now let's take a wide stance. Wide stance will work with our warrior two. Wide stance, and I'm going to take my left toes out to the left, right toes in slightly. We'll bend that front knee. There we are in our warrior two stance. So make sure that this is comfortable for you. Again, I could have that back of the chair in front of me, or I could have my back towards this wall. Okay, so here's my warrior two. You know where we're going. Let's take those arms up. Now, this is our warrior two today. If we take a big inhale here, let's tip back a little bit on that inhale. Think reverse warrior. And as we exhale, we'll hinge forward. Think side angle pose. So those oblique muscles are doing a little bit of work now. Now you can keep that front hand on the back of the chair. So I have my left knee bent. I'd have my left hand on the chair. Smooth out the breath. Smooth out the motion. And then come back to center. Maybe open the arms wide, turn the palms down, come into warrior two. Turning the head, soft gaze over the middle finger of that front hand. Float the arms down, straighten the leg. And we'll turn the toes straight ahead. Just pause here. Take a breath. Can we come to the smooth breath again? Turn right toes out, left toes in slightly, bend that front knee over front ankle. This stance should feel very stable. And if it doesn't, make it a little narrower, right? We don't want to fall. We want to feel like, yeah, I got this. This is a warrior pose, very strong pose. Once we've found our stance, we can add in those arms. So find the length in the spine. If you need to hang onto the chair, bring the leg that's bent, that's the hand that will hold the chair. And then we'll inhale to the back and exhale towards that bent knee. Making this movement as big or as little as you like. But let's keep it smooth. And then let's return to center. Open the arms wide, turn the palms down, perhaps turn the head to look over middle finger of that front hand. Warrior two. Smoothing out the breath, but standing in stillness. And then float the arms down, straighten the leg. Let's turn our toes straight ahead. Let's heel toe our feet together or step them together. Make any movements that you need, smooth movements, because that's what the nervous system really likes. Check in with how you feel. And then we will take a wide stance again, this time with toes straight ahead. Toes straight ahead. We're going to come into that lateral stretch again. So I'm going to use my right hand first. We have the option to make a big circle like that if the shoulder's okay with that, or we can reach up as high or as low as we like. So when you're ready, let's inhale with this arm, that's my right arm, and I'm going to come up onto my toe as well, right toe, and exhale, float it down. When you come down, feel that heel land as well. Let's try that again. Inhale, reach up, lift up that heel, reach out through fingertips, and exhale, come back down. We'll do 2 more like that. Next time that the arm is up, we're going to keep the arm up. Exhale, lower the heel. Breathe here. Reaching through fingertips. Maybe soften the elbow on the exhale. And on your next exhale, whenever that is, float the arm down, straighten out the spine. Pause and check in with how the body feels. Check in from the pinky toe side of that right foot all the way up to the fingertips. How does that side of the body feel compared to this side? So we'll do the other side to even things out. As a reminder, it can be that long arm, or it can just be short and the elbows reaching. It works both ways because what are we doing? We're lengthening into the side body. Okay? When you're ready, we'll inhale, reach the arm up, come up onto the toes, and the exhale will float it back down. Smooth breath, smooth movement. The heel lifts, the arm lifts. We have 2 more. Next time the arm is up, we keep it up. And we lower the heel on the exhale. Staying here, reaching through fingertips on inhale. Maybe softening the elbow a little bit on the exhale. So even if you're here, that same idea works. We reach and we soften. And on your next exhale, whenever that is, float the arm down, straighten out the spine. Let's bring our feet together. Let's pause and check in with all of those sensations throughout the body. Make some smooth movements if you like, wiggling fingers, maybe bending the knees. Before we go back to sitting on our chair, I'd like to take one more fold there. So let's turn and face the seat of the chair again. You can just move your body so that you're facing the seat of the chair. And this time we're going to take a wider stance. Instead of last time we did a mountain pose and then folded from there, this time we're going to take a slightly wider stance. Still very stable. Find the length in the spine. I'm going to pull that chair a little closer to me. Find the length in the spine, thinking about reaching through the crown of the head. And then as we exhale, I'm just going to slide my hands down, let them rest on the seat of the chair. Knees can be soft. We can take it down to forearms again if that feels okay. And rest the head on the back of the forearms, or keep the arms straight, spine is long. But just notice how this fold might feel a little different than the one we did with our legs close together. Come back to the smooth, even breath. And then soften into the knees one at a time. Bring the hands to the thighs and make your way back to standing. Let's bring our legs back together. How's your breath now? And we're going to come back to seated. Okay, we're back in our chairs. I'm still sitting towards the edge of my chair, just connecting my feet to the floor, pushing into the feet, pushing into the sitting bones, finding that length in the spine. Let's turn the palms up. Let's just take a few breaths here, noticing what the breath is like now. And then very smoothly, let's slide our bodies back to the back of the chair, connecting our feet to the floor again, either directly or with a prop. Let the hands rest, palms up in your lap. I still have that nice tall spine. Soften or close the eyes and notice sensation in the body again. Notice sensation in the hands and the feet, in the arms and the legs, in the torso. Notice how things feel in head, neck, and shoulders. And go back to the breath. Were we able to smooth out the rough edges? Very gently blink open the eyes if they're closed, and we'll turn the head slowly and carefully to the right and to the left. No hurry. And then we'll move ourselves to the edge of the chair one last time, connecting our feet to the floor. Reach the arms down alongside the body. One last time, let's inhale, reach them up into that V shape. Take an inhale, get taller. And as we exhale, let's bring those palms together and down to heart center, and recall the intention that we said at the beginning of our class. And then thank yourself for taking time out of your busy day to practice yoga. And thank you for allowing me to guide you. It's my hope that by smoothing out the rough edges, we can bring a greater sense of calm into our lives today. Stay well, my friends. I'll see you soon.